Hey, this is Michael with Digital T-Shirt Shop. Today I'm asking the question, could I use a digital assistant? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Hey, so yesterday I posted a video talking about Wish.com and listing items on Wish, and I had a few people respond. One person that responded was a guy who runs another YouTube channel called Merch Action, and I appreciate him and taking the time to comment on it because it really got me thinking about this digital assistant question. So, I guess really technically a digital assistant would be somebody who could do a lot of things for you remotely, this remote work, remote data entry, all of these things. And it really is kind of what I have had my sister-in-law, Sam, doing for me. At times that goes really well. At times it goes a little bit slow. Overall, Sam does a pretty good job. Um, but he brought up the idea of hiring somebody in the Philippines. So as I thought about it last night and this morning, hiring somebody in the Philippines, I, uh, you know, I think he mentioned $2 or $4 an hour. I remember. Uh, that's really attractive to hire somebody for that price. I do have a few reservations thinking about it that potentially is it good or bad providing that person in another country with all of my art? Is it good or bad providing somebody in another country with all of my usernames and passwords to the sites that I sell on? The person being in another country, should they steal all of my art and list it in other places? Should they sell it globally? And not in the United States? I would have no idea if they ever did that. Should they try to take over the account? Possibility as well, or change things. I'd imagine that depending on how I found the person, the person would more than likely want to maintain a good relationship. But again, you really have no idea and you have no control. And if everything goes south, you have no recourse. There's nothing I really could do from the States to another country like the Philippines to have that person dealt with should anything be done illegally or stealing anything from me. So I threw out a message this morning asking some people about it, what they thought, and had a friend who owns a business mention somebody, and I apologize, I forgot her name, but apparently she coaches VA people, virtual assistants. So I don't know a lot about her yet, but I'm going to learn what she does, maybe talk about that a little bit. I also talked to another sister-in-law of mine who actually does some virtual assistant work. She does, she runs a blog and then makes money by providing virtual assistant type services for other people. In a lot of cases, most of what she does is blogging for other people as a contributor to other sites and things like that. Or regular posts for other people so that their sites have continual new fresh content on the site. So I'm talking to her as well about possibly seeing if maybe there's some of these things that she might be able to do for me as well, and maybe divide up the work. As I've thought about it more and more, I'm more interested in taking all of my art and putting it on all these other sites, or finding a number of sites of these third-party print sites and getting them put on there. I do have at the moment I want to say about 7,000 or 8,000 pieces of clip art that I've drawn, and to be able to put all of those on the sites takes a considerable amount of time. It would take a considerable amount of time for me myself to do all of that. But if I could hire somebody, they could do a bulk of this work for me and getting these things listed, I would save myself a lot of time and effort and energy and being able to just pay someone else to do it for me. So I really am leaning that way. I just need to get all of my ducks in a row so that I'm ready to push it. I need to decide which sites I'm going to put these things on, so that I have a plan, and then I can focus more of my efforts on the printing that I do. I can focus more of my efforts on designing more art, and then put a lot of these remedial tasks that take really honestly a considerable amount of time into somebody else's hands and let them deal with them, especially if I can trust that they'll do them in a timely fashion. The difference between, I don't know, if I paid somebody $10 an hour versus $4 an hour, $2 an hour, it really is significant. There's a significant difference in the cost there. However, I do need to do a little bit more research and see whether, I really could trust another organization, another person in another country to do that work for me. It could be the difference between it costing a few $100s and a few $1,000s, really honestly. So I really ought to take a look at it, make sure I make best decision. But also with, using my two sister-in-laws, I feel as though, I can at least sleep well at night because I feel confident, or more confident in the work that's being done and the security. And part of that might be my lack of ability to take major risks. I do like to take some risks and things like that, but I do oftentimes err on the side of caution. But we'll see. So that's kind of some of my thoughts. I need to do some more research into virtual assistants, both domestic and foreign. Then I need to get all my ducks in a row to be able to hire one of them and start pumping them some work and see if I can get a lot of this work done that I can't do myself. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys posted, and if you have any tips, I'd love to hear them. Comment down at the bottom, and then oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well. So thanks, appreciate it. Bye bye.